Good morning. Welcome once again to the Network Breakfast. Yes, it's Tuesday morning, and we're going to be talking about streaming revisited. We over the past few years have been talking about cord cutting, and some of us have already done that and are enjoying our newfound attachment to our viewing devices without cable, because as you know, cable has become a $100, $200, and more enterprise each month. And if you're using an antenna or a streaming device, you could save money. We're going to go over about 9 of the streaming services. But before we do, we're going to let our assembled masses here say good morning to you all so you know who they are and maybe even how to get a hold of them if you're ever in Northeast Ohio, which is where we are. So we're going to say good morning first. Okay. We're going to say good morning first to Mike Bentley. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning to all of you. My name is Mike Bentley, and I'm from the Brooks and Stafford Company. We've been around since 1849, and we are a full-service insurance agency. We write for businesses and individuals throughout the country. I personally focus on the health insurance and benefit realm. So whether you're a small business, a non-for-profit, you're someone transitioning from employer plan and need individual coverage, or you're graduating to Medicare, give me a call. Mike Bentley from the Brooks and Stafford Company. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike, and thanks for being here. As we like to say in our Ask Mike, because he usually knows whatever it is. So now we're going to move on to Chris Walters. We're going to say good morning to Chris. Let's hear it, Chris. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Walters with See-Through Windows. I provide vinyl replacement windows, new construction, also do glass block. We install. I cover a territory from Port Clinton to the Pennsylvania border, Cleveland to Canton. My phone number is 330-604-0403. I go out and take a look at every job and send you a quote with between 24 and 36 hours.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for being here. Good luck with those vinyl windows and doors. Next, we're going to say good morning to one of our favorite friends, Jeff Hexter. Good morning, Jeff.
Thank you, Tom. I'm Jeff Hexter with Always Keep Computing. I work with professionals working from their home who suffer from with the Wi-Fi, printers that aren't printing, and all those emails that aren't sending. So who do you know that's not backing up their computer? I'd love to have a conversation with them. I can help them back it up off-site, on-site, and be sure they know what to do when something does go wrong. Jeff Hexter, Always Keep Computing. We pull out our hair so you don't have to. Excellent.
Thank you, Jeff. And of course, let's remind people, I like to say it, that on Wednesday from 9 to 11, Jeff is at Jack's Deli, by the way, and you could find that in Northeast Ohio. Just ask anybody. They know where it is. Wonderful place to go. I've been with Jeff a few times, and it's been a hoot. So we're going to move on. Thank you so much for joining us, Scott Morrison. We're so happy to see you. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. My name is Scott Morrison, company's Discovery Photo. I'm a full-time, full-service photographer, have been for almost 31 years now. I can't believe it myself. We do everything from legal, corporate, industrial, architectural photography, a lot of business headshots, modeling portfolios, and on the weekends we crash parties. So it's a little bit of everything. I'm also very active within the movie industry here in the Cleveland area. We do a lot of shorts, music videos, and feature films. So if you need any of those or help with any of those, please give me a call at 216-310-7722. Operators are standing by. Thank you very much. Scott Morrison, Discovery Photo, when image counts.
Excellent. Thank you, Scott, our master photographer. There's none better in Northeast Ohio, probably all of Ohio, maybe even more area than that. Yeah, because he's really good, really good. Okay, now we're going to say good morning to Rob Lord. Good morning, Rob. There you go.
Good morning, everybody. Rob Lord. I work with Thrivent Financial. I'm a financial advisor where we view money as a tool and not a goal. We like to do holistic planning for your future. and we have everything available under the sun for you. So if you're interested in sitting down and getting your finances in order, reach out.
Wow. And everybody needs to do that so they don't wind up not knowing what's going on by the time they're at the end of the road of their working and saving days. I know.
Or lose everything like the markets are doing
Sure.
right now, and you should be properly invested so you're not worried about it.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. And don't I know it? I had everything in GE and look at, ooh, took a bath. I should have had
Egg
Rob
basket
Lord.
fell. All your eggs were in that basket.
That's a fact. And now, you know,
Mhm.
okay. So thank you, Rob, and thanks for the excellent advice. And now we'd like to say good morning to the lovely and talented. We're so glad she's here. It brightens up our screens. Is Trina Gigax. Good morning, Trina.
Good morning. Thank you very much. You guys brighten up my mornings, which is why I'm here every Tuesday with you at 7:30. My name is Trina Gigax, and I'm a copywriter, copy editor.
Thank you, Trina. Thanks so much for being here. And now we'd like to say a good morning to Ray Antonelli. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, everyone. I happen to be two things today. I happen to be a credit expert. So if you have any questions on
Oh.
credit or mortgages, I'd be happy to help. And in addition to that, I'm also a reverse mortgage expert. Reverse mortgages are unique in that they only apply to seniors. You have to be 62 years of age or older in order to qualify. That's one of the only qualifications, actually. And think of a reverse mortgage as a mortgage. It's just a mortgage. However, the unique thing about it is you don't ever have to make payments if you don't want to. You can if you wish, but you don't have to. And if you don't make payments, the monthly payment that you don't make gets added on to the mortgage balance, which means you can never borrow 100% of the value of the house. You can only borrow a percentage of it. And at the end, the mortgage gets paid off if you pass or you move, and your heirs get to keep whatever is left over. If anyone would like more information, my number is 216-337-7520, and I answer my phone till 9 p.m. every evening for my clients.
Terrific.
Take it
Thank you,
away,
Ray.
Donna.
Thank you, Ray. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
And I know that people would like to hear way more about reverse mortgages, and you'd be the one to ask. And maybe we'll, in a future episode of our network breakfast presentations, maybe Ray can do another reverse mortgage presentation. Would that be okay with you, Ray, in a future?
Certainly.
Excellent. Thank you, Ray. Thanks for your knowledge. We appreciate everyone's knowledge. Chris, Jeff, Scott, Rob, Mike, Trina, and me. I'm Tom Basie. I'm here in the Northeast Ohio area as well, and I'm an IT professional. If it has something to do with a computer, I do it. So anytime you want to contact me, come to the YouTube channel, The Network Breakfast, and you'll find me talking and introducing other people. But in lieu of that, let's move on, and we're going to talk about streaming revisited, because we've been talking cutting the cord for years now, and best ways of doing that, streaming devices, contacting your cable service and telling them, you know, this is very expensive, and I don't know if I'm watching all the channels that I'm getting, so maybe you need to recalculate what you're going to be doing. So I know I did probably 4 or 5 years ago now. I stopped cable, and I soon learned that I could get along just fine without it. I was worried in the beginning because I loved turning on the TV, and only 2 buttons I need are channel and volume. And if you're willing to put in a little bit more work than that, streaming is the way to go, and you could save probably $100 a month, maybe more. And I know because of the reaction to this and the cut the cord, and how that term is now part of the lexicon of our daily life. Cable companies have acquiesced, and they're moving to not having to use. For example, you can get a Spectrum account without a cable box, and you could stream their channels. So, but it's still going to be more money. So we're going to talk about. I think we have 9 of them to go over, and this comes from a website and a service called Tom's Guide. Anybody
quick
that's,
question. Do you happen to monitor the YouTube channel to see which of the recordings get the most views?
I don't, but people tell me which ones have been viewed the most.
Ah, okay.
And it's no secret that Rick Perello episode that we did about a year and a half ago is going to be more nationally recognized, and his is one of the higher viewed presentations we've done. But there's a bunch of them that are well viewed, but his happens to be, I think, at the top or near the top.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to start talking about the streaming revisited, cutting the cord, and let's take a look at that now. And I'm going to share my screen, and it looks like this. Boom. Streaming revisited, and as you can see for 2022, we have a bunch of the big ones up there. And once again, this is special thanks to Tom's Guide. And in particular, Henry T. Casey put all this information together. So we're going to use his information, and it looks like this. Streaming revisited, cutting the cord. The best streaming services will help you stream great content without having to pay for cable. HBO Max continues to pump out top-notch content, even with a new price hike. Netflix is still a force to be reckoned with, and Amazon Prime Video has a hit with Wheel of Time. Paramount Plus doesn't have a seat at the table yet, but more content like the highly watched South Park post-COVID special could get it there. Our latest entrant to this list is Apple TV Plus, as the little streamer that could is finally stacking up wins. And that's not to mention the live TV entries in our best streaming services list, which help you cut the cord. The best streaming device services bill you on a month-to-month basis, though they offer annual deals, which give you the flexibility to cancel and resubscribe as you see fit. And we've got options that offer extensive customization and lots of live sports. Number one, HBO Max. The best streaming service around is the home box office. And you can see you can read them yourself, the specification. The starting price is $9.99 a month with ads, and simultaneous streams for that same $9.99 is $3. So you can have 3 different screens using your one connection to HBO Max, and there's no live TV. So it's all streamed content. And they have a lot of exclusive originals. You can see it says yes. And the platforms and devices, Amazon Fire, Roku, these are all streaming devices, Android, Android TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, PlayStation 4, Macs, and PCs, Samsung Smart TV, Xbox One, and TiVo. And today's best deals, this was done just yesterday or last night, HBO Max with ads is $9.99 a month, and HBO Max ad-free is also the very same $9.99 a month. You'll see a link that doesn't work for our purposes. And the reason you would want to buy that would be an award-winning original programming, top-tier movies, and original news programming. And the reasons to avoid it, it's pricey. Content phases out frequently. And now we'll see. HBO Max has everything HBO had and then some. Both HBO and HBO Max pack current run shows, including Insecure, as well as completed seasons of Westworld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Veep. But for $14.99 a month or $9.99 with ads and no big Warner movies, HBO Max adds a lot more to be a compelling competitor to Netflix. Big highlights include Wonder Woman 1984 and The Flight Attendant with Kaylee Cuoco. There's also Friends, the Studio Ghibli library, and original shows like Made for Love. HBO Max has found a second life, though, as Warner Brothers Pictures' destination for its biggest movies. The likes of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, which will get an HBO Max spin-off show called The Peacemaker, Dune, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Space Jam 2 are delivering serious reasons to sign up. Check out our guide to the best HBO Max shows and movies to see what's offering. The only downsides with HBO Max have been its relatively higher price than most, those weird, now fixed Apple TV bugs, and that Warner movies won't launch on day one in 2022. Number 2 is Netflix. Still one of the best streaming services, but looking for its next hit. Now, specifications is starting at $10 a month, and you can have simultaneous streams 1 through 4. And there's also no live TV, and it does have, Netflix does, exclusive originals, and the platforms are Android, iOS, web browsers, Apple TV, Chromecast, Fire TV, NVIDIA Shield, Roku, smart TVs, PS4, Xbox, and set-top boxes. So if you need an explanation of any of those, Android, any of the Android devices, that would be a tablet or a phone. iOS is iMacs and phones, and a web browser is your Chrome, your Edge, your Firefox. Apple TV, we know what it is. Chromecast, you might know what it is. Fire TV, you might know what it is, and et cetera, et cetera. Today's best deals, Netflix standard is $13.99 a month. Reason to buy that would be excellent selection, optimized interface, good recommendation system, and the reasons to avoid is more expensive than other services, and titles come and go frequently. They're constantly shuffling. So you may want to take that in consideration. And here's some verbiage. The great granddaddy in the market remains the best streaming device. As you probably know, Netflix provides unlimited streaming of TV shows, movies, comedy specials. Check out Bo Burnham's Inside, and original programming. We need The Witcher and Stranger Things back now for one monthly subscription fee. Netflix is constantly adding and taking away movies, so you'll want to check out our what's new on Netflix guide to see what's coming soon and what you should watch before it's gone. Thanks to a new Netflix price hike, though, you'll be spending up to $2 more per month on it. Recently, it's been easy to see that Netflix is inching away from its original business model of distributing other studios' films and shows in favor of these above originals. Still, though, we see frequent additions of licensed shows such as Hannibal, Moesha, and Community, making Netflix the home for those looking to catch up on beloved shows they missed the first time around. Our Netflix Hidden Gems guide shows how it's also got a great library of fantastic shows and movies that have somehow gone under the radar for many audiences. The only thing we don't love about Netflix is the big list of Netflix's canceled shows. Number 3, Disney Plus, the best streaming service for families. Okay, the specifications, you'll see that the starting price for Disney Plus is $8 a month. And once again, you can simultaneously stream to 4 TVs in your home. And also, there's no live TV, and it has exclusive originals. And the platforms is a robust Amazon Fire TV, Fire tablets, Roku, Chromecast, iOS, iPad OS, Android, Android TV, Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation 4, Android-based Sony smart TVs, Chromebooks, Samsung, and LG devices. And today's best deal, Disney's monthly is $7.99. And Disney's yearly, as you can see, you'll save dough if you pay for the whole year, is $79.99. The reason to buy would be it's a reasonable price, lots of beloved content, and UHD resolution options, ultra high definition, by the way. And the reason to avoid this would be odd gaps in content lineup that may be frustrating for some of us because it's not cable. And here's our verbiage. Disney Plus is a dominant player in the category, and why wouldn't it be? Disney controls a frankly frightening number of properties, from Marvel to Star Wars to Disney's own animated canon to The Simpsons, all 30 seasons and counting, and its normal price of $8 a month is among the cheaper of the best streaming services out there. And a lot of the content is available in 4K resolution with HDR color palettes too. And right now, a massive Black Friday is knocking Disney Plus down to $199 a month. Wow. Oh, and in big news, Disney Plus is also being turned into a PPV, pay-per-view service, or at least the company is testing the waters. Disney's live-action Mulan costs $30 from September 4th until December 2020, free release. And thankfully, we're doing the same with Black Widow. The Mandalorian Season 2 and WandaVision got rave reviews, and Loki is the service's biggest hit yet. Fans of Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and/or Star Wars have no choice but to subscribe, which makes Disney Plus one of the best streaming services. Oh, I went right by it. We got to go back. All right. Number 4 is Hulu, the best streaming service for cord cutters. Sound familiar? Starting price is $7 a month, starting October 8th. And you can have 2 simultaneous streams for that same $7 a month. Live TV requires $65 per month live TV package. You would add that to the 65. Exclusive originals, yes, Hulu has originals. Platforms and devices is it even more robust. Android TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, Echo Show, Fire tablets, Fire TV, iPhones and iPads, LG TV, selected models, Nintendo Switch, Mac and PC, PlayStation 3, no live programming, PlayStation 4, Roku, Samsung TV, selected models, Vizio Smartcast TVs, Xbox, Xfinity Flex, and X1. It's amazing for $6.99. If you want no ads for that same $6.99 service, that would be $12.99, and there would be no ads. The reason to buy, it's great selection of current TV. It's inexpensive, quality original programming. Reason to avoid, frequent commercials, inconsistent selections from older TV seasons. And here's some verbiage on that. If you want to keep current with the latest TV shows, but don't feel like investing in a cable subscription or an HD antenna, Hulu is the best streaming service for you. This service provides access to most major network shows, aside from CBS programs, and a handful of cable shows the day after they air. It also lets subscribers access a show's current season, or often all of the program seasons. And while it's still affordable, its first price bump in years, going up $1 to $7 per month on October 8th, isn't exactly welcome news. In addition, the service hosts a number of original shows, including joint ventures with BBC, like The Wrong Mans and Season 4 of The Thick of It, a selection of offbeat movies, and a surprising amount of classic anime series. Recent Hulu hits include Vacation Friends, an adult comedy starring John Cena and Lil Rel Howery. Even with a paid subscription, you have to sit through commercials, but far fewer than if you watch the same shows on cable. Hulu's live TV streaming option is also a solid aspect of its overall package, and that will let you watch CBS too. Here's number 5, Sling TV. The specification, Sling starts at $35 per month, and you'll see there it says $30 for existing, so it'll grandfather you in for the foreseeable future. And the simultaneous streams, you can have as many as 4 screens showing your Sling service. And there is live TV. It does not have originals. The platforms and devices, Fire TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, Roku, iPhone, iPad, web browsers, and all the ones that you would think you would be able to stream. The main ones being Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV. Now, Chromecast is gaining on all of these because of the ease, and it's very inexpensive as a streaming device. And today's deals, Sling Blue is $35 a month. Sling Orange is $35 a month. And Sling Orange Plus Blue is $50 a month. And the reason you would want to do that, it's much cheaper than cable. It has a wide breadth of content and no contract required. And the reason you would want to avoid it is limited on demand content, and it gets expensive very fast with optional packages that you would add on to the original $30 or $35. Now we're going to get a little verbiage on this. If you like the idea of a cable subscription, but feel it's just too expensive and offers more content you want, Sling TV might provide a happy medium for you. On paper, Sling sounds a lot like a traditional cable service. Pay a monthly subscription fee in exchange for about 30 real-time channels, but there's no contract and no set-top box rental fee. Sling is especially handy for sports fans as it offers a variety of ESPN channels, and this alone is worth the price for some. Other popular networks like NBC, BBC America, CNN, Cartoon Network, TBS, and the Food Network sweeten the deal. Check out our Sling TV guide to packages, channels, and more. While most of the popular streaming services start at around $65, Sling stands out with its $35 per month starting price. Looks pretty attractive. Let's move on. Number 6, the best streaming service you're already paying for. And you wonder what that means. Well, it's Amazon Prime Video. The starting price is $119. Sounds like a lot. You can simultaneously view 3 screens. There's no live TV. Exclusive originals, yes. The platforms, the ones that count are all there. Fire TV, Fire Tablet, iPhone, Chromecast, Apple TV, even Blu-ray players. And today's best deal, Amazon Prime Video, is there's a free trial. Amazon Prime Yearly is $119. You can pay by month, but it's $12.99 a month. So if you take that times 12, you see you're paying more than the $119 if you pay the whole year. The reason you would want to buy that, there's wide content selection. It's also included with other Prime benefits, and it's good original shows. The reason to avoid, not available on some platforms. And also a la carte content costs extra. Now, you know that Amazon Prime Video is part of Amazon Prime, which covers our shipping on most of the things we buy on Amazon. So even if you didn't get the video portion, you would probably still, and a lot of us do, buy Amazon Prime service. And it gives us many things, not the least of which is Amazon Prime Video. So this may be a way to go for a lot of us. I get Amazon Prime just because I order so many things. And for most of the things I order, it covers 2-day shipping, 1-day shipping, sometimes even better than that. And here's some verbiage on this. For those who do most of their shopping online, Amazon Prime is a no-brainer. For $119 per year, you get free 2-day shopping on your purchases, a free Kindle book each month, and unlimited access to both Amazon Music and Amazon Prime Video. Like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video is a veritable buffet of movies, television, and original programming. The best Amazon shows range from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, The Man in the High Castle, Bosch and Jack Ryan. Amazon Prime Video's biggest hit is The Boys, which grew its audience tremendously in season 2 and already has its own spin-off announced. Thanks to a deal with Viacom, which controls Comedy Central, MTV, and Nickelodeon, Amazon Prime arguably is the best streaming service when it comes to comedy and children's programming. The service also offers unlimited access to an extensive collection from HBO's back catalog of classics, such as The Sopranos and The Wire. You can also rent or purchase movies through Amazon Prime Video, but it's an a la carte service. If you're trying to master your Amazon streaming device, check out how to use the Fire Stick walkthrough. That would be available at this magazine. And we're going to move on to number 7, Peacock, the best streaming service with a free tier. The starting price for Peacock is free with ads, and you could stream up to 3 screens with that. Live TV, sports, and WWE, and exclusive originals, yes. And the platforms are Fire TV, Fire Tablet, iPhone, iPad, Chromecast, Xbox. You could see Roku is in there for those that have that. So it's going to be the major players in the streaming service. And today's deals, Peacock Premium is $4.99 a month, and Peacock Premium Plus is $9.99 a month. And the reason you'd want to do that is lots of classic TV shows, free for Xfinity customers, and live WWE events. The reason to avoid would be trending category a bit weak. Waiting for its must-see shows would be a reason you'd want to avoid that. But if you take the free with ads service, this may be something you want to look into. It's Peacock, and the reason they call it that is because it's a division of NBC, which of course their logo is the multicolored peacock logo. And
So
now,
Tom,
yeah,
Peacock is mostly NBC shows though, right?
I would think so, but it does say lots of classic TV shows. So what I would think, if it's classic, it would be the ones that are now public domain that they're allowed to show. Like, for example, it probably has My Favorite Martian was a CBS, but it's probably on this. I'm guessing, though I probably shouldn't be saying that, but it probably, because it says lots of classic TV shows, it probably includes more than just NBC productions. But we'll see. We'll check that out. And here's some verbiage. Maybe it'll explain. Peacock can finally be considered one of the best streaming services, as parent company NBCU finally got things to work with Amazon, and the service is on Fire TV. Yes, it took almost a year, but it's finally here. In that time, the Tokyo Olympics were significantly delayed, and while that's not Peacock's fault, it did take away one of the major reasons to consider the service. That said, we're worried that Peacock might not last long on the service. On Sunday, July 18th, its streaming quality for WWE Money in the Bank fell apart tremendously, sparking tons of complaints online. This only lasted for a short while, though, and didn't interrupt any matches. Recently, though, Peacock original Girls 5 Eva proved to be one of our favorite new shows, so much so that some staffers are paying to see the episodes that Peacock doesn't give away for free. Plus, Saved by the Bell reboot was much better than expected. Peacock also became the exclusive home of WWE Pro Wrestling live events in the U.S., that is, which came with some bumps in the road about censoring out the company's history. So that was that. And now we do 8, which would be Fubo, the best streaming service for sports aficionados. For some of us that are still interested in sports, some of us are turned off by sports these days, but some of us are still sports fanatics or fans, as we like to say. The specifications are $65 a month, and you could stream a simultaneous 2 or 3. And there is live TV, yes, and it does not have originals, and the platforms are the ones you would expect. The main players are Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Samsung Smart TVs, and the like. So now, today's best deals, Fubo TV Family is $64.99 a month, and the Fubo TV Elite is $79.99 a month. The reason you'd want to buy this is huge number of channels, niche sports networks, and some 4K content. Reason to avoid this would be more expensive than its competitors, and there's no ABC or ESPN. We'll get a little verbiage.
Tom, isn't that an oxymoron if you don't have NBC or ESPN on a sports network?
Well, that would be a downside if you're a true sports fanatic and you need your ESPN. But let's see what the verbiage says. Fubo TV is one of the best streaming services for anyone looking to have access to live sports without an actual cable subscription. Fubo's standard plan is $64.99 and offers 120 plus channels, including almost every major broadcast and cable network. And unlike other live TV streaming competitors like YouTube TV and Sling TV, Fubo has 4K streaming for select content on demand. The other knock against Fubo, besides its higher price, is the limited cloud DVR storage. While Fubo's channel lineup is the largest among the higher price streamers, they just got a major pair of gaps filled, including ABC and ESPN. By adding ESPN, Fubo makes itself the top streaming service for NFL fans, offering all the major broadcast networks and the NFL network too. In addition, the lineup includes popular networks like NBC, Fox, AMC, Food Network, MTV, and Sci-Fi, as well as a ton of niche sports channels. Its only big sports flaw is TNT, which is a must for NBA playoffs. So they corrected some of it, but they still don't have TNT, which is unfortunate because a lot of the NBA is on TNT. Move to the next one, which would be 9, and that would be Apple TV Plus, the best streaming service for under $5. The starting price, $4.99. The simultaneous streams is a robust 6 screens in your home. Live TV, no. Exclusive originals, yes. And the platform is once again a pretty robust Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, iPhones, etc., etc. You could see the TVs are listed there. Samsung, Sony TV, the smart TVs, which have internet built in. You could access Apple TV through that. And today's deal, Apple TV Plus, is a free trial. And after that, the monthly is $4.99 a month. The reason you would want to buy this is because it's $4.99 a month. You get quality over quantity and excellent music documentaries. The reason to avoid, still light on must-see shows. And the web browser app isn't great. Now we'll get a lit, but it's $5. After much deliberation, we're ready to add Apple TV Plus to this list of the best streaming services. While some may joke that it's Ted Lasso and little else, a bit of inspection of our list of the best Apple TV Plus shows and movies proves otherwise. Dickinson is a great show, and anyone who loved Haley Steinfeld in Hawkeye should see how she fits into a completely different era. From Shmigigan Dune to the Velvet Underground, and from Beastie Boys story to Mythic Quest, there's something for everyone. Want drama for all mankind and the morning show? Scratch the prestige and tabloid itches, respectively. Family content is in full force with Charlie Brown specials, and the reasons to spend the modest $4.99 per month on Apple TV Plus keep showing up, with the upcoming Severance and Suspicion raising our interest. And our final thoughts. A newer live TV streaming service is Philo TV, which costs just $25 a month for 59 channels. One of the biggest new names in streaming is NBCU's Peacock. Its strategy is simple: free ad-supported content you love, but the debate over NBC Peacock free versus premium might be an easy question, depending on how July's nationwide launch goes. Peacock has The Office, SNL, and much more. Plus, it's the exclusive home for many Premier League soccer games and the WWE Network. HBO Max arrived with the Warner Media Library, including Friends, but its biggest feature is that it will get huge blockbuster movies on the same day they arrive in theaters. This started with Wonder Woman 1984. While Apple TV Plus hasn't risen to the ranks of the best streaming services, It's still got Ted Lasso, one of the best shows of the last year, if not the very best. And that's it for 2/22/22. Thank you for your kind attention.
May I also mention something about NBTV since this is being recorded?
Yes, please.
Okay, NBTV has been around for over 3 years. It's a streaming service. It's accessed by Roku or by Apple or Amazon Fire Stick. It's only $59.95 a month, and it offers about 1,000 channels, including, for example, all of, or not all, but most of the local channels across the country. So, for example, if you can't watch the national news at 6:30 p.m., like here in Cleveland, you can also tune into a Denver station or an LA station or a Kansas City station and catch the news and time shift it later in the evening and watch the same national news. So time shifting is very easy for this type of device. And it also has most of the normal cable channel premium movie channels like HBO, Showtime, that sort of thing. It does not have the streaming services, however, that Tom covered. So you'll still need some of those streaming services, but it does have a whole bunch of channels. The one in particular that my wife likes is, oh God, what the hell is it? It's the one that's not available on most of the other services. Not Lifetime, it's
Hallmark.
Hallmark. There it is. Thank you. Hallmark, she sits on Hallmark for most of the time she watches TV. And when I tried to find other services that offered Hallmark, there were few and far between. So if you have someone like your spouse that really likes Hallmark, NBTV is the one to go. And again, just give me a buzz for more information, 216-337-7520. Thanks, Tom.
Okay, Ray, can you type the link for that service in our chat?
Unfortunately, I can't. I don't have it handy. So we're going to have to pass on that. They'll have to call me.
Okay, and so, well, let's go over the name once again.
Yes, NBTV is what it's called, ENVY.
Wait, EMBY?
No, N as in envy. And I am envious of you.
ENVY.
Okay, and it's $59.97 per month, and you get about 1,000 channels and wide variety of programming. And I'll be happy to be armed with that information the next time we have a chat, maybe next week. I'll stick that in the chat box, and people will have access to it.
That'd be great, because that's I mean, you've had it now you yourself have had it for a couple of years. So
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, so it's as valid as any of the others. And being that it's $60 is well within some of the higher end with way more channels.
Exactly.
Any of those of you that have to go, thank you so much. I went over a few minutes, and I appreciate you sticking around to the end. Thank you. Okay, so that's going to be it for our Tuesday, our streaming services. Hopefully, some of us have taken away something we can use. A lot of us have nestled into whatever it is we're using, and we're capable of getting around without the up channel, down channel, the ease of use of a cable box. But streaming has its advantages. You're in control. You're the boss. They don't just, if they raise the rate, you can go look elsewhere, and which is the main thing for cutting the cord. We want to save money, and it's made the cable companies aware that we're willing to abandon them, even if they threaten us with if you come back, now you're going to pay regular prices. We can't grandfather you in anymore. Well, I went as long as I could for that, and I was paying for channels I never, and I mean as in never, look at. So I was able to, in fact, I got off of cable without a replacement. So I bought an antenna and I thought, you know what, this ain't so bad. And then I got a Roku and streamed the rest of what I would normally watch, and it worked out great. So anyway, so here we are. We've wrapped up another Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking to the end. Streaming Revisited on 2/22/22. This is the Network Breakfast. My name is Tom Basie. Thank you, Chris, Jeff,
Thank you.
Scott, Ray, for sticking around. And we'll talk to you next Tuesday morning, okay? All right. Be here. Miss a morning, miss a lot. I love that. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a good one.